Medical Terminology and Lingo Practice, Suffix Round 1. This is a continuation of our lesson on suffixes for our Medical Terminology and Lingo series. Please watch the suffix lesson before you begin. The link can be found below. Here's the rules. We will give you terms that will contain suffixes from our suffix lesson. We will break down each term with the prefixes, root words, and suffixes that you know. You will define the term. There will be 10 questions and you'll have 10 seconds on the clock for each question. You can pause for more time. Please note, some terms may have prefixes, root words, and suffixes that you haven't reviewed yet. Go back to the previous lessons before you begin. And yes, there is one thing we would like from you. You don't want to miss our videos, so hit the subscribe button now. Be the first to see all the new lessons on your feed. Let's begin with question 1. Gastroenterology. You got 10 seconds. How'd you do? Let's break it down. Gastro is for the stomach. Entero is for the small intestine. And ology, we know, means the study of. Gastroenterology is a study of the gastrointestinal system, the GI. Question 2. Hepatomegaly. Hepato means liver. Megaly is for enlargement. Hepatomegaly is an abnormal enlargement of the liver. Question 3. Hemochromatosis. We have hemo in this word for blood. Chromato, you'll recall, means color, and osis is the suffix for abnormal condition. Putting this together may sound odd, but you'll see it like this. We can tell it means an abnormal condition of blood color, but what it actually means is a genetic condition leading to very high levels of iron. And in some of these conditions, what you'll see is a bronzing of the skin. It will discolor the skin through high levels of iron in the blood. Question 4. Colitis. Col, we learned, means colon, and itis means inflammation. So colitis is an inflammation of the colon. Question 5. Pancytopenia. This is a good one. Since it includes the prefix pan for all, we have cyto, which means cell, and penia is a suffix for deficiency, decreased or low levels. So pancytopenia, especially in the world of oncology, you'll hear means a condition where the number of red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets in the blood are lower than normal. Nice job. Moving on to question 6. Hydronephrosis. Hydro is for water, and neph, if you recall, means kidney. The suffix osis means abnormal condition. Hydronephrosis is an abnormal condition of a water or fluid-filled kidney. More specifically, it means the distension and dilation of renal pelvis and calyces. Question 7. Dyspepsia. Dys we know is a prefix meaning a problem or abnormal, and pepsia is a root word for digestion. And the suffix ia, you'll recall, is often tagging along medical terms, which is for medical condition, disease, or process. Putting it together now, dyspepsia means disordered abnormal digestion, while it's a medical term for indigestion. Refers to discomfort or pain in the upper abdomen after eating or drinking. Question 8. Hypercalciuria. Hyper is the prefix for above normal or high. Calci is a root word for calcium. And urea is a suffix for urination. Putting it all together, hypercalciuria, this means above normal levels of calcium in the urine. Question 9. Arthralgia. Arthro means joint, and algia is a suffix for pain. So this just means joint pain. And here you can remember a common word like arthritis, right? Which is inflammation of the joints. These two terms are different because of the suffixes that are attached to them. Okay, last question. Question 10. Hematohidrosis. Alright, good. Hemato, heme is for blood or bleeding, and hydrosis is the process of sweating. Remember we went over the root word hydro, which meant sweat, and you'll see there is a suffix osis in there, also for condition. So putting it together, this means a condition of sweating blood. Look, I'm just glad you learned some new terms to up your game and riz. Before you go to round 2 of practice, here's a bonus question you can attempt. Dyslipidemia. Take your time, break down the prefix that you recognize, the root word, and especially the suffix that you see. Define each one and come up with what the medical term is. Let us know how you're thinking and comment your answer below. Okay people, round 2 is next. See you there. If you'd like to see more of this lesson, head over to our Instagram page and TikTok channel at rev.med. We'll have this lesson along with many other topics for you to study. By the way, don't forget to do questions. Are you learning something from our videos? Well then click the subscribe button to your right. We are releasing high-yield lessons and ways for you to get ahead in class. Be sure to follow us on Instagram to take interactive quizzes and view your favorite diagrams. Nothing can stop you, but only if you believe in yourself. You got this.